Here we go. Finally, we've made it to basic character animation. Now, in reality, we've been animating characters and so on through this entire section. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to cover here, but I had an idea. Why don't we take a single character and go through all of its actions? So let's jump over to Create Studio and see what this might look like. Here I am in Create Studio, and once again I'm going to create another new project, a base project, not a template-based project, and we're going to call it Single Character. And we'll up its resolution to 1080p, and I like the white background. Let's work with that for a while. So here we go, Create Project. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to Studio. I'm not importing, so I'm not going to use Media. And I'm going to come to Characters, and I'm going to go to Supreme, and let's bring in Fitness Girl again, because I've already got her downloaded. I don't use a lot of flat characters, but let's use a flat character. I think you have access to Fitness Girl. So let's put her through her actions. Once we bring her onto the screen, she shows up on the timeline, and she's here for a duration because there's an idle that is of a particular duration. If we want to make this shorter, we can. And notice here's where the idle would have liked to have extended out to, but I can't make it longer. To make it longer, I add actions. Now, if I add an action, it's going to add it onto the end. And if I come here to this picker, because I've got idle selected, I can replace the existing action. So let's just go through them all. Here's catch. Then we'll add the action dumbbells and happy. And this is all you do to animate. Now, characters should probably move as you're animating them too. Catch and dumbbells and happy are probably stationary, but let's go to idle. But some of these, like run in, run out, should be done with movement. So in an upcoming lecture, we're going to talk about how to add movement. So we have run in, we have run out, tired, walk in, walk out, and wave. Now the other thing to notice is that characters have different actions. So like I picked a Santa Claus character, and he had actions of drinking hot chocolate and handing out presents. There's a photographer character, and that character takes pictures and so on. Not all characters have the same actions, but there are some standard actions, like happy, idle is definitely everywhere. Run in or walk in. Walk in and walk out seem to be fairly popular. So is wave, and the rest of these are unique. Catch, dumbbells, run in, run out, tired. These are actions that are specific to Fitness Girl. If I pick another character, let's do that. We're not doing multiple characters yet, but let's pick another character. And I don't want to download one, do I? I don't have any flat characters downloaded, so let's go over to Characters 3D. But if I pick another character like the penguin, and we look at the penguin's actions, he's got the crazy laugh, doing the roll in, jumping with the funny face, pushing an object. Wow, he's got a lot more actions too. Pointing down, swiping an iPad, all of these things. So depending on the character that you pick, okay, and I'm going down to the character bar down here in the timeline, select it, right click and say delete to get rid of it, and then let's move her front and center. In fact, I can hit center and make sure she's centered on the screen. So let's play through her actions. So she's going along and she's doing catch. That was catch. That didn't look like much of a catch. It looked like a bit of idle. Here she's happy, and then she goes to idle. Now run in and run out should be done with movement to have her come onto the screen. You can actually have her run stationary and move the background to make it look like she's running. Here's walk in. That's pretty good. So if we had a moving background, it would look good. I'm losing my animations here. We're at the very end where she waves. So that's working with a single character. Now, what else can I say about it? We've already know how to position the character and so on. Now notice if I shorten the character, the only thing that I could do is shorten the last action. All of these actions are fixed lengths. If we want to make them shorter, then you're going to have to play a certain game, and we're going to look at that in another lecture in this section. So that's animating a single character. And up next, we're going to look at character movement. So walking and driving a car. Character movement works great with those walking and running actions. So I'll see you there.